Okay, continuing with order of operations, we have some examples to look at. Okay, part A says 12 times 5 minus 3 times 6. Okay, you have to look at the operations in the problem and decide what needs to be done first. Okay, we don't have any parentheses, no exponents, but we do have multiplication. Okay, that's going to be done first. 12 times 5 would be 60. Bring down the minus sign. 3 times 6 would be 18. And then we just have one operation, 60 minus 18, which would be 42. Part B, again, if it helps if you write down next to each problem PEMDAS to help you remember the order. Do we have parentheses? Yes. Okay, so whatever's in parentheses we have to do first. So I'm going to bring down the 5. In parentheses, 6 minus 2 would be 4. Now if we don't see a sign between the number, between 5 and this opening parenthesis, this means that it's understood multiplication. So 5 times 4 would be 20. On C, again, no parentheses, but we do have exponents. Okay, so first I'm going to do my exponents. 6 minus 2 times 2 plus. This is 2 to the 5th power. So that means 2 times itself 5 times, which would be 32. Okay, then I'll look at what kind of operations do I have? Subtraction, multiplication, addition. So which one would have to be done first? Okay, and it would be the multiplication. So bring down the 6, the negative sign, 2 times 2 would be 4, plus 32. Okay, addition and subtraction are equal to each other. Okay, if those are the only two operations you have in the problem, then you can work this problem left to right. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 plus 32 is 34. 34 would be your final answer. Okay, let's look at D. A little bit more complicated, add a little bit to the problem. In this example, we have two grouping symbols. I have the brackets here, and I have parentheses. Okay, remember we said we want to do what's in the parentheses first, or any other grouping symbol. Because we have two, I'm going to start with the innermost. Everything else I want to write down exactly like it is. So I'm not changing anything else other than what's in that first set of parentheses. So 6 minus 4 would be 2. Okay, notice in the brackets now, what kind of operations do I have? 4 plus 3 times 2. We don't have any exponents, multiplication and division, then addition and subtraction. So I would have to do multiplication next, that is within this bracket. Bring down the 3, bring down the bracket, bring down the 4, plus 3 times 2 is 6, close the bracket. Okay, I still have a grouping symbol, I still have a bracket. So 4 plus 6 would be 10. Again, no symbol between the number and the opening of the bracket means multiplication. So 3 times 10 would be 30. Okay, part E. We have another grouping symbol that we talked about in the section 1.2, and that's the absolute value bars. And then again, also the fraction bar. Okay, if I start with the numerator, the top part of the fraction, 15 minus, within those absolute value bars, I have subtraction. So 3 minus 1 would be 2. Okay, bring down my denominator. It's like a totally new problem here. I have 12 minus 3 times 2. Well, what do I do first? The multiplication. So this would be 12 minus 6. Okay, go back to the numerator. 15 minus the absolute value of 2. Well, the absolute value of 2 is just 2, so we could drop the absolute value bars. In the denominator, 12 minus 6 is 6. Go back to your numerator. 15 minus 2 is 13, and then over 6. Again, if you get a fractional answer, ask yourself, can this be reduced any further? If nothing will go into the two numbers, then you're finished. And typically, your MyMathLab is going to want your answers in fraction form, not a decimal. So you would just stop right here.